Hello Virgo, I hope you're doing well out there in this world of complete and utter madness at the moment. It's quite mad out there. The sun has been kicking off. We've been doing loads of stuff on Cymatic TV about that, according to the vibrations of how it affects your auras and chakras and stuff like that. We also did readings on this channel here. If you've been missing them, it's because you haven't subscribed and clicked that bell. That's probably what it is. So if I was you, go ahead and subscribe, click that bell, and you'll be able to get a much better view. And you'll get notifications of everything that's coming up. If you don't want to know, if you don't know about the Astroflower, there's loads of links in the description below. So please do go down there, and you will see that there's loads of things to explore. I've got our books. We've got Instagram as well. That's come and join the party with us up there to see where we get extra readings. Yeah, so this is going to be a weekly for the 21st, the equinox, going right through to the 28th. We're also going to be doing readings next week according to the equinox, and they're going to be for the next 3 months. So they're going to be like 3 readings in one, as it were. So make sure you've subscribed and you've clicked that bell and you're ready to rock and roll and get into what's going on for you. All right, just looking over your cards at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look at the spiritual side first, which is on this side here. This is your karmic path. This is how the universe is trying to influence your karmic path, and this is basically how your guides are trying to influence your karmic path. This is how your guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you, which is the high priestess is trying to see things differently, and also how you interact with the world around you. You get the same thing mirrored on your material path. And this is how you're sort of like marrying the two together with the high priestess. It looks like you've been through something by the looks of things, Virgo, over the past sort of like 2 or 3 weeks. There might have been a lot of self-realization within you. Might have been last week because you did have that victory card or that recognition, that social recognition in your petal 6 if you saw last week's readings. And so you've got the sun, happiness. The universe is trying to provide pure happiness for you going forward. That's what they're trying to provide for you. And you may feel it filtering in through the trees and the breeze. Real distance calling at the moment. That's what the universe is. It sort of helps us from afar, as it were. And your karmic path this week here is that hangman. So looking at things differently. So this is where I kind of think you've been through something, and then you've been through it, it's going to make you look at the world in regards to relationships. And that could be, I think it's more on a collective, because this is what they're, with the sun kicking off and doing those solar flares, it's much more on the collective rather on the couple, as it were. And it may be a case where you're going to have to look at things in a new way. This is like going through into that new paradigm, which I've done a video on Cymatic TV of the new paradigm of how it works. And it's not that the rules have changed, the energetic rules remain the same, even after a pole shift, for example, but the world or the human world is changing. And even the the environment, the actual physical world is changing. The environment is changing. So therefore, we do need to look at things in a different way. And we can look at the things in a different way within our relationships to start with. And that tower, I think it's basically the realization you had last week or the week before, or the situations that are around you, you realized you're kind of going, do you know what, this is not working or whatever. The guides are sort of saying, come, let's use that tower moment. Let's use that change that you've got within you in order to propel us forward to something that is much more secure, much more happy, much more fulfilling in the future. I think that's what the guides are trying to influence you on, that sort of side of life. And then in that conversation, and the emotional side, they're trying to give you what's true, what's straight. It's the Queen of Swords. She knows where she's going. She's got the wind at her back. She's got the universe supporting her with that Sun card. And she's got her emotions under control. Where is it? It's there, sorry. She's got her heart, she hasn't locked it up, but what she's doing is she's protecting it. And as she progresses forward, she realizes that there's got to be ways in which we can do this. Announcing our colors. She's announcing her arrival with those flags. So in a way, you should be sort of saying, no, that's not how I like things. This is how I like things. And that springs from that Tower moment. Okay? So there's definitely things that have gone on, and you should be heading towards happiness in that respect, because the universe is asking you to do that. But you've got to look at things as slightly different according to the things that have literally crumbled in your life, which probably would have been a good thing, and is a good thing, because it creates space to go on and to be clear thinking about how you actually produce that in your everyday life. The High Priestess she's being able to see through her eyelids, but she's staying within her at the same time. So it's that inner, or that intuition, basically. You may feel that your intuition, you knew something was going to happen, or you knew someone was like that, and it turns out to be true. You've got their number. You can see their colors. When we see auras, you can see people make decisions, and you can understand where they're in, what direction they're going before they actually take that direction. I do all the time in my healing when I'm looking at people's auras, and I can see the colors that are going on, and I can see that change within them. So they start expressing it, or another emotion starts producing through them. You can see it before it sort of happens. And you may have that ability this week to be able to see clearly. On the material front here, we have the universe, which is trying to push you on there, sort of saying, come on, no time to dilly-dally. Now to start concentrating on your path. Yeah, your success, your future, your harvest. Learn how to cultivate yourself. This is what you should be doing this week. Okay? And in order to do that, your guides here have actually saying to you, you need to differentiate between the things that are actually productive and non-productive, and start putting your energy into things that are productive. Stop wasting your time on things that are just not happening. Often we do 80% of the stuff we do doesn't actually bring us any success. And if we concentrate on that 20% that is actually bringing us the majority of the success, we'd be a lot more successful. So it's a case of actually realizing your guides are trying to influence your path of actually looking after yourself in your material front. This could be a new job. This could be a promotion. This could also be, starting a business. But whatever it is, when you're in it, and concentrate on it. Okay? This Page of Cups here is a bit like, you're not connected with the ground. You're up in your dreams. You're daydreaming. It's a little bit like that. The whole idea that pigs might fly. They will do one day once the magnetic pole shift happens. You never know, we'll all might fly. But it's sort of saying, allow your dreams, allow your guides to influence your dreams of what could be. If you're starting a business, don't sort of say, well, look, if I get £1 or if I get $1, that's $1 I've made. But $1 is not going to pay for your life. So you really want to be kind of going, okay, if I want to live this life, therefore I'm going to want $20,000 a week. So if you get that $20,000 a week, you'll be laughing like I am. I'm not getting $20,000 a week though. I'm just laughing. I just enjoy life. And that's what life should be about. It should be about enjoying life. Oh, look, I've gone and dropped a card. I do apologise. Let's just see what it is. In fact, there's two of them. The Moon and the Page of Swords. So, learning about things that are unseen. Being a bit light in yourself. Because the Page of Swords is being held up by ideas. So this is it. I think it's good to explore and don't be scared to put out there what emotionally you're going to need to receive in your physical world in order to receive the Queen of Pentacles, pure, sitting in your power and your knowledge of knowing that you've actually done it. So let's just sort of like connect all of these together, shall we? Let's start on the spiritual side of life. So you've got the King of Cups, which is good. So it's connected to that happiness. It's surety in your emotions. So it's plain sailing because you've obviously been through stuff and you don't want that stuff in your future life. And the Four of Wands. So you're preparing yourself to step through that portal, to move into the new paradigm that is around you. And in order to do that, you've got to learn how to lose. So this is the idea of looking at things differently. If I'm in a conflict that actually, if I won, doesn't really get me anything, or I'm in a conflict with it could be with my partner or some friends. But what's the point of having that conflict? What do I actually win out of it? And sometimes it's actually to kind of better off to kind of go, yeah, you're right, and just lose, because then you can don't waste your time like that Two of Pentacles over there. Don't waste your time on things that are actually probably just cutting you to shreds, So what was I saying about clear thinking? Yeah, a victory coming in for you. So we've got the Ace of Swords here. And it is about that clear thinking. It is about that a victory coming in for you. And I think that victory is the realization that you don't want it like this anymore. And therefore, people around you are going to have to adjust to the new you. Yeah. Let's do the material side and see what happens there. So if it's coming in quickly, usually the Five of Pentacles is to do with loss of money, but it may be a case of investing money. So if she realizes, okay, there may be a lot of work on, but if she realizes that person there realized that the key is just behind her, she'll be able to open that door and allow her finances to flow out of that door of Five of Pentacles. So it's a case of maybe you need to invest and choose wisely how you invest your money. This is what I was talking earlier on about the Two of Pentacles that it's flowing into. As it goes quickly, be wise about how you spend your money. Okay? The Lover's card. So falling in love with what you do. I think this is a real opportunity for you, Virgo. I think this next week here may give shoots of a really bright tomorrow. Five of Cups, a little bit disappointed. What's going on there? I think if you get caught up and swept up in the speed of things and you don't allocate your time correctly, and this is your real problem, Virgo, you tend to do everything for everyone and tend to run around like a blue-ass fly for everybody apart from yourself. And this is your karmic message or your karmic lesson this week, is to do it for yourself. Fall in love with yourself. This is the past victories that you had. Yeah, fall in love with yourself. If you do fall in love with yourself, the sky's the limit with that Page of Cups. The sky is the limit, And the Page of Wands comes out. So being enthusiastic, having that childlike enthusiasm of doing it yourself, riding the bike for the first time, that you can do it. It'll be great. It'll be great. Let's see how it all sort of connects together. Queen of Swords with the King of Swords. There is so much security coming into your life emotionally, because you've addressed the situation that's been happening over that might have been happening over the past week or the past month. And this could be to do with family and friends. I think it's more to do with that than actually to do with your partner. I think it's how you address yourself in the world around you. Once you can do that and have that clear thinking, King of Swords gives that sort of judgment on this thing of sort of saying, this is how it is. This is what I can see from this mountaintop, very long, far away, but it's to do with rules and regulations. So I did A and B to get to C. Therefore, if I do A and B in the future, I should get to C in theory. In theory. On the other side, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So it is a long journey that you've started. And you will be already, in order to get to that Page of Cups and to literally live your dream life, in a way, you've got to plant those seeds at some point and be sure, feel sure of what you're planting. Just be wary of the outside world, that it doesn't distract you too much. Let's just see what the energy is running up through you in the middle. So the Six of Pentacles is the fair exchange. You're not going to get robbed anymore. And that could be through your time, through your emotions. You're just, you know, when people start taking a finger, realizing they're going to end up taking your arm. So if I was you, just recognize that. And then say, you can nibble on my nails if you want. But I can't afford to give you my arm. I need it to drive or to eat or to shake you or to hug you. I need that other arm. Don't take it off. Else I can't hug you again. You know, do it like that. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the world around you. Fair exchange. And the Seven of Cups. So there is choices coming through you. And I think those choices will be turning up at the beginning of April. Yeah. See how the sun sort of have been affecting this in the over this week. You'll see that on our Instagram, on the Astroflower on that Instagram. And you'll see all those extra videos and etc. once you've subscribed and click that bell. In the meantime, Virgo, don't forget, life should be fun. Please do enjoy.